10 Habits of Classy Men. Ever met a man who just stands out in a crowd, not because he's loud, but because he's got that quiet charm? That's a classy man. It's not about expensive suits or fancy cars. It's those little habits that make all the difference. We'll explore 10 habits that make a man truly classy and memorable. Less flash, more substance. I'll never forget an old friend of mine, James. While others flaunted brand logos and chased the latest trends, James had a different approach. He'd wear simple, timeless pieces, often saying, "It's not about the label on the outside, but the character on the inside." A classy man knows that true style isn't about shouting the loudest with flashy brands. Instead, it's about choosing quality over quantity, substance over show. It's a quiet confidence that doesn't need external validation, because, like James taught me, real class is about being genuine in world. Embracing silence. In a world that's constantly buzzing with noise, where everyone is vying to be heard, the classy man does something unexpected. He embraces silence. It's not because he has nothing to say, but because he understands the power of pausing. While many might rush to fill every gap in a conversation, fearing awkwardness, he's comfortable letting moments breathe. This counterintuitive habit often leads to deeper connections, clearer thoughts, and more meaningful interactions. Owning up to mistakes. No one's perfect, not even the classiest of men. But what sets a truly classy man apart is his ability to admit when he's messed up. He doesn't make excuses, play the blame game, or sweep things under the rug. When he's wrong, he owns it. It's raw. It's vulnerable. But it's also incredibly powerful. Because in a world where everyone's trying to put on a perfect facade, there's something deeply respectable about a man who can look you in the eye and say, "I messed up, and I'm sorry." Punctuality is personally. Remember my grandfather always saying, "Being late is a silent way of saying your time is more valuable than others." A classy man takes this to heart. He understands that time is a gift, and being punctual is a sign of respect. Whether it's a casual coffee catch-up or an important business meeting, he's always on time, if not a few minutes early. It's not just about ticking a box, it's about showing people they matter. And trust me, people always remember the man who respects their time. Active listening. One of the most understated yet impactful habits of a classy man is the art of active listening. Instead of waiting for his turn to speak, he genuinely listens to what others have to say. This means putting away distractions, making eye contact, and giving thoughtful responses to what. It's not just about hearing words. It's about understanding and valuing others' perspectives. This simple act makes people feel respected and important. And it's a clear sign of a man who values relationships, respect for all, regardless of status. A truly classy man doesn't measure a person's worth by their job title, bank account, or social standing. Instead, he treats everyone from the CEO to the janitor with the same level of respect and dignity. He understands that every individual has a story, a journey, and a unique perspective to offer. By valuing each person's humanity and recognizing the inherent worth in everyone, he sets himself apart as a man of true character and grace, rejecting the always right mentality. Nobody likes a know-it-all. A classy man gets that. He's well aware that he doesn't have all the answers, and he's okay with it. There's a humility in admitting, "I don't know," or asking for another's opinion. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength, because pretending to know everything, that's exhausting and, frankly, transparent. The world is vast, and life is a continuous learning curve, so he listens more than he speaks, learns from others, and is open to being challenged. It's raw, it's real, valuing experiences over possessions. While many chase after the latest gadgets, luxury cars, or designer labels, a classy man knows that true richness comes from experiences, not possessions. He'd rather invest in a memorable trip, learn a new skill, or spend quality time with loved ones than flaunt materialistic achievements. For him, the stories, memories, and personal growth derived from experiences are treasures that no amount of money can buy. The art of handwritten notessi recall my uncle, a man of few words but deep emotions, who had a beautiful habit that left a mark on many. In an age of instant messaging and emails, he would take the time to write handwritten notes, whether it was a thank you note or a birthday wish. He believed in the personal touch of pen on paper. It wasn't just the words, but the effort and emotion behind them that made all the difference. A classy man understands that in a digital world, sometimes the most impactful messages are the ones written by hand. Carrying a piece of one's soul, walking away from toxicity life's too short for drama, grudges, and negativity. A classy man knows this all too well. He's been there, entangled in the web of toxic relationships and situations that drained his energy. But he's also learned the hard lesson. Not everything or everyone is worth his time. So he chooses his battles wisely. He doesn't engage in petty arguments or let others' negativity bring him down. Instead, he has the courage to walk away, to distance himself from what doesn't serve his well-being. It's not about arrogance. It's about self-preservation, because at the end of the day, protecting one's peace and mental health is the classiest move of all. Class isn't just a word, it's a way of life. It's not about the clothes you wear or the car you drive, but the choices you make and the way you treat others. From active listening to valuing experiences over possessions, the habits of a truly classy man are rooted in respect, humility, and authentic. It's clear that being classy isn't about putting on a show. It's about being genuine in a world that often celebrates the superficial. So, whether you're looking to cultivate these habits or simply admire them in others, remember that true class is timeless, and it leaves the most lasting impression.